Imagine this, you're a professional goalkeeper, you've played hundreds of games in the Football League and the new season is about to start, but you don't have a club. What do you do? I've been invited down to the PFA Pre-Season Camp to live a day in the life as an out-of-contract professional. I'll be training with top professionals and world-class coaches to see if this camp can be the difference in helping us goalkeepers to get a new club. Welcome to the PFA Pre-Season Camp. The life of a professional goalkeeper is very different to what you might believe. We hear a lot about top pros signing huge long-term contracts. Think, for example, James Trafford signing a 5-year deal at Manchester City this summer. But for the vast majority of professional goalkeepers, most of them are on 1 or 2-year deals across the Football League. And for whatever reason, at the end of a season, a goalkeeper might enter the summer without a guarantee of a contract for next year. Their club might sign an alternative goalkeeper, or they might be holding out for a move elsewhere. But what do you do if you're a professional goalkeeper or a professional player that doesn't have a club when the season starts? Where do you train? How do you stay fit? How do you get sharp, ready for the opportunity when your agent calls saying that a club wants you? That's where the PFA Pre-Season Camp comes in. The PFA is the Professional Footballers Association. All professional players in England pay a yearly membership fee and as a result receive benefits such as funding for courses, coaching badges, medical support and much more. And if you were out of contract at the beginning of a season, you also get access to the PFA Pre-Season Camp for free. The PFA Pre-Season Camp is a 10-week full residential training camp where players can come and train here at their elite base in Leicestershire. Players get a daily schedule of on-pitch training, fitness and recovery led by professional coaches and even play in pre-season games against clubs watched by scouts. Last season, the programme led to over 100 out-of-contract players getting new deals. And the camp has already seen success stories from the GK department this year, with goalkeepers who have trained at the pre-season camp joining clubs, including Paul Farman joining Swansea City, Asmir Begovic moving to Leicester City, and Angus Gunn joining Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. And I've been invited to join for the day, train with the keepers, speak with the coaches, and give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at what goes on. See, in a room full of professional footballers, you've never felt more judged on your breakfast of choice. But I think that's a solid start. So, breakfast done. As you can see, all the different options that we had choice of: yogurt, fruit, toast, cereals, eggs, everything that we need to fuel the session. We're going to head over to the gym, a little bit of activation, and then it's time to head out to the pitch, ready for the session. Looking forward to a big day. Let's get cracking.
We've been running for 3 years. Have great distinct pleasure of being able to work predominantly with the goalkeepers, but of course, as all staff, we're here to help any of the players we have in on camp. You know, and we recognise that our job is to work for the goalkeepers, to assist them being ready to go and get work. You know, and we take great pride in that. And when we go through the weekly schedule, we realise that each individual goalkeeper who comes into us deserves his own focus on who he is, how he is and where he is. Anything we can do, any small thing we can do to help these guys, it's the most rewarding thing you can imagine, you know, because they're first out on parade. Activation's taken very, very seriously. They're passing on their experience on the grass, helping all the goalkeepers out, but also commending them. So when they do something really well, going up to whoever it is, there's no ego, there's no side. One of the nicest things for Dave and myself is the self-coaching and the praise from within the group. Makes our job so much easier. It's a delight to work with them. There is all the kind of care that players would want. There's experience, there's, you know, we've even been able to support players with their contracts when they've gone into clubs. Last year we were able to do that. So it genuinely is a total wraparound service. It's wraparound care. from our perspective, personally, we genuinely make ourselves available at all hours. And it's just an example, but at 9:45 last night, we were on the phone to one of the lads that's been on camp for a number of weeks, giving him some guidance, giving him some pointers. You've got to practice what you preach. When we say we take this seriously, it means everything to us. Our job is to work for the guys.
So, activation done, stretching done, breakfast had, time for the main bit, which is training. Once the lads are warmed up, ready to go, it's time to head down to the pitch and get stuck in to the main bit. Looking forward to the session. Let's go.
So we're about to head out, ready for session number 1 of the day, out on the grass, and there is a pretty impressive goalkeeping union assembling, ready for training. So the session is going to be led by goalkeeper coach David Coles. Now David Coles is a legend within the goalkeeping community, an incredible career as a player and then also as a coach, and he has coached some of the best goalkeepers in the English game. He's going to be assisted within the session by Jonah Jones, another incredible goalkeeper coach, someone who has experience working alongside FIFA, alongside the PFA and within clubs himself. And then the group of goalies who I'm going to be training alongside are also incredible. First up, Jamal Blackman. Jamal has had an incredible career coming through at Chelsea. He has a Champions League and a Premier League winners medal. We then have Joel Coleman, who's just finished at Bolton Wanderers, also represented Huddersfield, played in the Premier League. Then we have Archie Mayer, who came through at Aberdeen under friend of the channel, Joe Lewis, was part of his goalkeeping union there and has recently been at Norwich City. Then we have Hubert Graczyk, come through at Arsenal, recently been at Manchester United, incredible goalkeeper. And then finally, Latrell Jones, who's currently at QPR. So an incredible group of goalies, 2 brilliant coaches, and I can't wait to get into the session and to see how it goes. I'm very excited.
Left, right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left. Walk away, thank you. Left, left, right, 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 left, 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 right, 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 left, left, right. Walk away.
Gary, you just stood in the middle of your arms long enough to touch each way. You just went like that, you went like that.
Is he
That's brilliant. Go on.
How do you like it?
How long have you been at the training camp this year with the PFA?
This year, this will be my 5th week. It's been really good. I was here lucky enough to come last year as well. And obviously been with Colsey and Jonah and some good sessions. Football is a high pressure job. You have to be the best every day. You can't have off days. You have to be competing at the top level, otherwise someone else will come and take your spot. But it helps with obviously good goalkeeping sessions. You're coming in, you're competing, and it's the mentality where we're all in the same boat. We're trying to get jobs, but with Jonah and Colsey here, you get pushed. They're helping you. They're talking to clubs. They're promoting you, which you don't always get when you're training by yourself because you're doing it by yourself, where when you have an agent, your agent's doing that. But with this, it's such a good platform where everyone can see it, they're streaming the games, people can come to the training sessions, so it's really good.
Good. Good touch. Touch. Forget it, it's gone.
Can you?
Good lad.
Good change.
Blowing a bit.
Alright, go.
That's the one!
Save, Joel.
Touch. Good. Well after, Con, well done.
Yes.
Can you fight?
Yes.
That's fine.
Nice.
Yes.
just being in that group, you know, of goalkeepers again, it's something you miss and really hard to replicate. I think, you know, just getting feedback as well, doing drills, things they think are fresh out of eyes. You know, I've had a lot of goalie coaches over the years, and everyone kind of picks up on different things about you as an individual or just goalkeeping in general. So it's been nice to hear, you know, their feedback on different things and get their opinions and views, as well as the training as well. It's been really enjoyable. We're all kind of here to help each other, which has been nice, but just working with new goalkeepers is good as well, because you know, at your club and that, you've seen the same faces every day, even though every summer and things it might change over, but predominantly we're the same sort of guys. So it has been nice working with a lot of fresh new faces, and just seeing different goalkeepers, and like you say, picking up little things from each other. And I think this setup it helps you stay on top and be ready for when you do go into a club.
Yes, Jamal! Yes! Good! Yes! It's on film as well! It's on
I love it. Drive. Finish. Yeah. Wow, lucky reset. Help him, yeah, I'm here. React. Good, right shoulder, you stay with him. Runners, good, tight, tight. Right shoulder, big man, right shoulder. Go on, get there. Ooh, aye.
How was that session, Con? Looked tough.
Yeah, tough but fun would be my summary. First of all, the goalie session. Brilliant to work with Dave and Jonah. I thought the session was intense, but based around some real key fundamentals within the goalkeeping practice. So we were mainly working on the transition between shots in and around the goal, but working on, as you saw with the tennis balls and the tennis racket in particular, picking up strikes early, tracking the flight of the ball, making the correct decision on save choice, handling choice, and then progressing that into different short range, close range shots. So we did a lot of 1v1 stuff, angled strikes, shots from distance, hundreds of contacts on the ball, which was brilliant, but very intense. And you could probably see, Johnny definitely saw, in the first 10 minutes, I think it was a big shock.
We could hear.
Yeah, but once you're in that flow and that rhythm, especially when you're working alongside top level professional goalkeepers with hundreds of Football League games between them, it's brilliant to just be in that environment and just enjoy picking up so many different aspects of improvement from the coaches, from the players. It was a great experience, something I absolutely loved. And then partner with that, the opportunity to then go into the small-sided games as well, which I wasn't sure I was going to get to do. I think Joel and Jamal went off first, and then I think Hubert and Latrell went, and I was kind of looking around thinking, am I going to get a chance to go and play in the small-sided games? Just excitedly. And once I did, again, it took that intensity and kept it at that same level. Training with outfield players who are out of contract at the moment, but established professionals, and the intensity and the quality within those small-sided games was brilliant. So a really, really good experience. It's taken a few minutes for my heart rate to come down a little bit, but to learn from those coaches, to train alongside those players, and to do it in a facility like this that's being put on at the PFA Pre-Season Camp is such a great experience for me personally, but even better that we can share it with you guys and bring you guys along and transfer some of that value down the lens so that you can take it into your own games as well. But the day's not over. We're still going to head in, get some lunch, and then there are some more recovery-based activities this afternoon, I've been told, which I'm looking forward to. So plenty more to see from the PFA Pre-Season Camp. But yeah, so far, so good. Loving it. Now, as a footballer, in places like this where you put on lovely bits of food, you just get whatever you can on your plate because it all tastes amazing. So you probably normally wouldn't have chicken next to your fish, but I can't pass up on it. I've got to get as much as possible because this looks incredible. So we've had a little bit of a chance to have a breather after the session. Headed into the dining room, got some lunch. As expected in this beautiful facility, the lunch was top stuff. So this afternoon, what we're going to do now is we're going to head down to some of the studios because they have a breathwork and a yoga workshop on this afternoon. Now, normally here at the training camp, there'll be double sessions, sessions in the morning, sessions in the afternoon, and it has been a very intense week, so I've been told, and so I've experienced this morning. And what they're doing this afternoon is a little bit more focus on the recovery side of things, with the breath work, with the yoga, and it should be very beneficial, not only to us as goalies, but for the rest of the squad as well. So we're gonna head down there now and give it a try.
My name is Jack McMillan, and I'm the founder of a company called Optima Performance, and I'm a holistic recovery coach for professional athletes. They're always a little bit skeptical coming into the sessions because it's typically seen as quite a feminine practice, or it's, you know, and I really want to make that a performance approach for them to see that they can use this as a tool to perform better on and off the pitch as human beings, as footballers as well. So yeah, today we did movement, so we did a yoga session first, then we did a breathwork session, and then a deep meditation, just to give them like a rounded perspective on the importance and influence it can have on the body.
Exhale, you're going to relax, let it go. Inhale, let the breath flow. And with every exhale, you just arrive in your space today. Then you're going to come back to nasal breathing. Can you manage the breath in? And can you manage the breath out? Tongue is placed at the roof of the mouth, the jaw is relaxed. Now we're going to do that again, but this time you're going to count how many seconds you can hold for. Okay? You're going to inhale softly. Exhale to the bottom, and then pinch and hold the nose. Now, and this is something that you can actually improve throughout, okay, the season and in your life.
So typically what I ask every player or athlete that I work with is, right now, what's your relationship with your own breath? Typically people have not got one, and it's just an alarm to tell them when they're stressed or tired.
Yeah.
And if we then brought in a mindful activity for keepers to just understand where their breathing is just before they have to make a decision, and they identified that where it is, that's the starting point for them to go, well, actually, I'm panting right now, or my mouth's wide open and my heart rate's spiking and the adrenaline's rushing and I'm now stressed, right? And the breath is correlated with your heart rate. So that's something that we can manage and bring down control, but it's also correlated with how we think on and off the pitch. So to regulate the breath is to regulate the heart rate, is to regulate the mind. And as a goalkeeper, that's where you want to be to make the right clear choices.
So that's it, guys, for a day in the life at the PFA Pre-Season Camp. First of all, a massive thank you to the PFA, to David Coles, to Jonah Jones, to the goalkeepers we trained with, the rest of the players and the rest of the staff for having us. What a brilliant opportunity to see behind the scenes at what it is like to be a professional player, preparing for a new season without a club, but within the care of the PFA. The facilities, the training, everything involved in this camp is world class, and I think you can agree the players are performing at such an elite level that when they get their opportunity, they're more than ready to take it. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got as much value from it as we did. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next one. But that's it from the PFA Pre-Season Camp. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.